it's Sam the Beginner Crafter. Welcome to another WIPTube. I'm sorry about the noise, but I have an oven going, so it's it blows some air. So it can be a bit noisy, and I lost my microphone somewhere, so I can't really make it only take my voice to the video. It was a very good month, March. I finished 2 projects. Both of them were projects that I started a really long time ago. Really proud of myself. I completed 2 of my goals already to level 3 because of that. I do have a start, and I also will be showing you what I bought, mostly in March, all the tools that I'm going to need, because I will have a new start soon. But first things first, I think first we should finish and show the finishes. So the first finish I have is the Bloom Between the Lines shawl. This is the end of it, because this is the lighter one, the lighter part of the shawl, because I started from the dark one. I haven't blocked it yet. I guess I will at some point. It's just that I need to figure out where to put all my blocking stuff, because it is quite long. It is almost 2 meters long, and the length of it after blocking should be 2 meters. So I guess a little bit more than 2 yards, 2.5 maybe. And I just need to find a spot for it so that I can block it nicely. I really like it. I'm super happy with this shawl. And I'm super glad I finished it finally. I did not do all the repeats that the pattern suggests. The pattern called for 17 extra repeats after the first full pattern, and I did 17 repeats in total. So the full one, the first one, and the 16 repeats of it, or the 16 extra times to do the pattern, because I realized that it's already so long that the 17th one would make it a little bit too long, and I'm not sure I would then be, you know, comfortable wearing such a shawl. So I'm super happy about it. I don't really know when I started the Bloom Between the Lines. I tried having a look, and it looks like 2023. It's almost 2 years, I guess. It's 2 years, because I think I found, like, my first information of it in my notes is in October, so I guess it was somewhere around then that I started it. So it's 1.5 years. Long break, I remember. A little bit of trouble with tangling thread, but it's beautiful, and the pattern is quite easy to follow. And I think the effect of those blooms, depending on which way you look at the fabric, it's just amazing. So that was really great. The pattern is by Tammy Canavan, and I used, as suggested, whirl, scheepjes whirl, and a whirlette. So I used a whirl. Oh, where's the color? Oh, turquoise turntable. So it was basically ombre blue, and a whirlette was Parma Violet. Yeah, Parma Violet. I don't remember how many I used. I would have to see a previous video. And definitely I would have enough, well, at least of the whirl. I'm not sure about the whirlette, because there's not much left. of it, but with the whirl I definitely would have for one more repeat at least, because it was quite a lot of it. So yeah, that's one project finished. And another project is from a really long time ago, somewhere from like the beginning of the channel, maybe not straight up beginning, but I started it very, very soon after I started stitching. This is the Mexican pillow, or Mexican pillowcase actually, and I have it listed as my 2021 goal for cross stitching. So it is possible that in 2021 I was still cross stitching it and I was trying to finish it. But I think it started earlier than 2021. I think it started even before the pandemic started. That's kind of my memory. I'll try to find the first video where I posted about it and link it in the information thingy that shows up. So yeah, this is the thing, and now I stitched it finally together with the back of the pillowcase. I need to iron it again. And I can finally use it as it was intended, as a pillowcase. And it's unbelievable how fast and easy it was to stitch it together. And I just procrastinated like for years. Because I know I had it finished stitching a few years ago. And it just was never the right time. It was always something that, or I lost, I forgot where I put the back of the pillowcase or something. So it just, and it went so fast. But it's finally finished. I finally have it done, so that's great. And that's, yeah, another goal for this year done. I finished Mexican pillowcase, so I already have 3 goals for 2025 finished on level 3, which is great. Wait, I should have more, because I should also have the bloom between the lines. Oh, I did not check it as finished. So yeah, I have 4 goals already done in just 1 quarter. That's fantastic. Like, this quarter was really good. This month was absolutely great. I stitched so much and I worked so much. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, and I also show you the rug, the crochet rug, so that I have crochet and large projects sort of taken care of, because it's still another huge project of mine. I'm at the second to last color of the yarn. Yeah, it already doesn't fit into the frame. So I'll show you like this, maybe. Just pardon the bone pieces or treats on the floor. But my puppy, well, he's no longer a puppy, but he still behaves like a puppy. Just has his treats and bones everywhere. So this is what this spin me round looks like. I really like it. It just each round takes longer and longer to finish because there are more and more stitches to be made. This is, oh, okay, I am sorry, I was mistaken. It's not a second to last, it's third to last color, but there's not much left of this color. Then there is dark blue, and then there's a light blue, and that would be it. And I think, now that I look at this rug, I think it will be big enough. Because I think Like this light green had 3 rounds, 3 full rounds and a bit, and this one is already, I'm stitching the 3rd round of it, of this color, so I guess it will finish really soon. And then the next 2 colors, so I get 6, 7 rounds more. I think this will be enough, so I won't have to use any more yarn, and I will be happy with the size, that it's not like too small because I didn't have more yarn, and I didn't want to buy this huge huge yarn, because this is yarn from Teddy, I think, so I don't think they have like smaller version or just one color version of the same yarn. This was a Christmas present from my mom, so I don't really know, because I don't think I've ever been to Teddy, so I wouldn't even know, but they don't really specialize in yarn, so I don't expect them to have all that. And yeah, it's really nice and soft, this rug, and the pattern is also really easy to remember. I think first you crochet the first 12 rows, and then you repeat, I think, 10 to 12 over and over again, and it's just super nice, easy to count, so really great thing to do. I don't think I will be able to finish it in April, but I should make really nice progress in that month. Okay, so now knitting. Let's go back to knitting. After I finished Bloom Between the Lines, I've got also some progress on, well, maybe not after I finished, but while I was finishing. I got back to Wishbone Sweater by Kutovakika, and I stitched quite a lot, like from here to here, so that's quite nice. Let me just show you it a little bit better, like yes, from here to here, and this is the upper back of the sweater, and I'm almost in half of the upper back, and then I'll have to repeat the same for the front. And also with Wishbone Sweater, I had to change my goal level 2 because I made a really stupid mistake writing the goals, because I wrote for level 1 finish upper body, and then as a level 2 finish upper back and front. And upper body, which is level 1, is upper front, upper back, and the row around connecting the two together. So actually, like my level 1 was bigger than level 2. So I changed my level 2 into finish lower body, so that I have some more parts. So there's still a long way to go before that gets finished, because Wishbone Sweater is not yet becoming my focus knitting project, because my focus knitting project for now is going to be something that I started, my new start, and that is socks. I want to learn to make socks, because I have a pair crocheted from Crochet Society project from a long time ago, and they are great during winter time, because I can see that I get cold in my ankles, so either ankle warmers or socks are fine, but I decided I want to make socks. So I've started. I'm using the Crazy Sock Ladies tutorial for that, for vanilla socks using Magic Loop. I'm not the best at it, because as you can see I have clear ladders on both sides, Somehow on this side it's a little smaller. I don't know how it happened, because I thought this is where it would be super huge, but it's not. I will also try making socks using the DPNs, because when I was making the cardigan sweater, the test knit for Kutovakika, I realized that it's not as complicated as I thought it would be, so I might also try that and see where I have my ladders smaller. Obviously, everything gets down to practice, so maybe from the first time it won't be very noticeable which technique is better for me, but I want to have a go. So this is my ribbing still for the first sock, and I'm using Alize Bella Batik. It's a tiny skein, like 50 grams, 180 meters, and this is a Christmas present I got from my best friend, I think a year ago, but it might be 2 years ago, and it's a 100% cotton. I know that it's not necessarily the best yarn for socks, but I'm just, trying to learn. I'm not yet making socks that I absolutely will want to wear, like for everyday use, maybe more for like colder days at home, because I have tiles basically everywhere on the floor, and also this is not really the color I would use. I'm quite conservative when it comes to wearing clothes, so I tend to wear, black, gray, navy, just something that doesn't really show much, because it's an accessory that's not supposed to be really visible. I think that's it for knitting. So now cross stitching. My Miranda got some really good stitching. Honestly, I forgot to look where I finished last time. I will post a photo, of course, to show you, but I just don't remember much about where I finished. But I do know that I definitely put some detail into the head of the lady. Of course, a lot of stitching around here in the sky. There are some threads that I've run out of, or are like confetti stitches already, or I'm waiting for them. So there are some white areas in here, but they I think I will be able to like clean them up pretty quickly. At least I hope so. So yeah, that was really nice progress, and I actually stitched almost 5,500 stitches on Miranda, and I'm at 46.64%. And in the whole first quarter of the year, I stitched over 12,000 stitches on Miranda. So really nice progress. I'm super happy about it. I haven't yet reached any goals on Miranda, but slowly but surely we should get there at some point. Probably next quarter, not necessarily next month, but next quarter it should happen. So that's Miranda by Heaven and Earth Designs. It was a freebie when I got it, so I don't have many more details on it because it wasn't like very documented, I guess you could say, who was the original author of the artwork. But yeah, it's been nice to stitch Miranda, and yeah, I quite like working on it so far. Back, I guess I will have less fun once I get here, because I will have to then again try to match everything together so that it's in the right place. But these are the consequences of the mistakes, like, you know, before you cut, check what you're cutting, and also before you start stitching, check whether you're stitching on the correct cut piece. That would be my advice. Then I've got Avarice. Avarice also got some stitching done, almost 1900 stitches in Avarice. And I mostly focus on this page, but there were a few details. Sorry, Rito was playing and making noises. Yeah, there were a few details in other pages as well, but I mostly stuck to this page. And with Miranda, I'm at 16.79%. So also I haven't reached any goals yet, and in the first quarter I stitched almost 2300 stitches. So not such a great progress with Avarice, but I'm not panicking yet that something's wrong. I also remember that I think I will alternate Avarice with Envy, because with Avarice I still have a little bit of this. There was too much of Avarice last year, so I need to take breaks from Avarice, at least for a while. So I guess in April I will just be stitching Envy and not on Avarice, to just change things up a little bit, to not get so bored with it, because it's brown and black and mostly colors I'm not super fan of, so I think it's better to take a break and not get super annoyed with a project. Avarice, I also bought it from Heaven and Earth Designs, and they were first like graphic design by Marta Dachlik, and it's a series 7 Deadly Sins. So I'm stitching them alphabetically, like the way they are put alphabetically in English, and that's how they sell the pack. So Avarice, then Envy, then I guess it will be Gluttony, but I don't really have a goal to start Gluttony this year. I sort of have enough stitching, enough projects to stitch on. Then my Blackwork. I did stitch on Blackwork 2024. This is it, and I reached level 2 goal for this project. That's why I'm sort of stopping for a moment with it, because I'm close to finishing the goal for the year. So it has taken a pause, and I probably will not stitch on it next month as well, just because there are other projects to stitch on. But maybe I'll get bored with other projects and then come back to it. But it's not like a priority at the moment. And I also stitched on 2020 Blackwork. Both Blackwork stitch-alongs are by Peppermint Purple, and I should have an affiliate link, so if you want to buy anything from her, you can use that using the link below. Stitch-alongs are usually free, and definitely they are free if you are starting the year. Like if you're stitching the year, the stitch-along is in. But I think the previous years you have to buy them, as far as I remember. I haven't yet started the stitch-along for 2025 because I want to deal with those that I have from previous years first. So with 2020 I stitched I think from this one even already. So with Blackwork 2022 I'm on level 2 goal as well, and I'm close to reaching level 3 as well. And I'm thinking actually to try to finish Blackwork 2022 this year. Maybe not fully finish, but at least have the regular grids done and just have those thinner lines empty to make sure what I want to put there, because I think I want to put some kind of information about the year and sort of explain the fact why I have a mistake here and my grid is larger than the filler, because I made a mistake, but it's because of that year. It was a terrible year and that's why I made a mistake. I like the changing colors here, and I think I like this effect more than what I have in 2024. Although it depends on the color. Some colors are really nice and they pop and you can clearly see the design, and some colors are so light that you don't see the design easily. But also I am stitching this year on 18 count, and it's definitely too small for Blackwork because it does not show well, I think. So definitely I'll be stitching either on 2020, I will be stitching on count 14 or 16. 18 is way too small. It doesn't work well with Blackwork, at least for me. Ah, coucou. Hello, hello. So now, the shopping. The shopping is sort of connected to the goals I have, that are new goals of mine for the year. So the goals keep on growing and evolving, but this is the way things are. So I bought canvas, and it's light blue canvas. To me it shows a bit like lilac, purple-ish, but it's really baby blue color. And I bought it from the internet on a site called Allegro, which is sort of a Polish eBay, but maybe not eBay. It used to be more like an eBay. Now I think it's a bit more like Amazon, but just for Poland, I guess. And it's quite big, and it is bigger than, I hope it's bigger than what I need, but I've learned from Miranda it's better to have a larger canvas than smaller. Also, it's quite difficult to get colored canvas in Poland, I think. Like, a lot of shops only sell white or off-white canvas, or they sell them in like smaller pre-cut sizes, pieces. So it's not fun, really. So I decided to buy more just in case, and I can use it for other projects. And this canvas will be used for a new stitch along that I found out thanks to Adelaide from Adelaide Stitches. I will link her channel down below. And she showed like a sneak peek that was back then only available, and it looked so cute, like so cute. It's Extraordinary Birds Stitch Along by Lola Crow. She has a webpage. Yes, she has a webpage, and also she has her group on Facebook, so you can try that. Absolutely beautiful. She did show a few more sneak peeks throughout March, and they just look lovely, all the birds that I've seen. I think the first few weeks are like a frame or a cage, I don't really remember, and it's supposed to start today. the stitch along, so I'll have to check my email and see whether I got the new part of it. So that's the canvas. I obviously bought all the thread for it, but I already bobinated it, so I don't really have the possibility to show you. This is something I bought, actually I think I bought it in January even. These are stitch markers that also show, for example, if you're supposed to do a specific stitch. This is actually a beginning of the round, but here's, for example, yarn over. There is like make one left, for example, or K2 together. So if you have like increases or decreases that like happen every round or every row, these are great. I haven't used them so far because I've been using quite thinner yarn, and I will have to sort of see if I can do something about this gap here, because there is a gap and I'm afraid it would snag. And I think I bought those either on Amazon or in a shop that I also have an affiliate link for. It's mostly a yarn shop, and of course you can buy their needles and or the accessories you might need. And I will link that of course below. This shop is a Polish shop, but they sell throughout Europe, so if you are in Europe you shouldn't have any problem ordering from them. Then I also bought, and that was also I think in Germany, in January, because I needed those GPNs, and it's a whole set of a lot of useful things. For example, measuring tape, which I have to have a lot of. Some needles, because I also lose them. So quite a useful thing, and I think this was from Amazon. I bought a magazine that I used to subscribe to in my previous apartment, and I decided to maybe not start subscribing again because I don't need more projects. They mainly do cross-stitching. However, they have Christmas eggs, no, Easter eggs again, and I decided that I don't remember if I have the instructions for my eggs anymore. So it would be good for me to buy it and then use this instruction to complete my previous eggs. And they have really, really wonderful designs here. I think I can show you the first page like this, because it doesn't really have a pattern. So yeah, really beautiful things. So maybe once I get a lot of progress done on my 7 Deadly Sins, I will also move on and try maybe new things. I also bought a book, the Knitter's Stitch Collection, with 300 knitting stitches, and this is also something I will be doing this year. I will try to make a few of those stitches, and actually they are divided really nicely into, for example, twists, and you have lots of different twists, or you have bubbles and leaves, like really great things. Then you've got, of course, get details on how to make those specific stitches. Here you've got knit and purl, just knitting and purl, and what designs you can get. So I will try to make maybe not all of them, because I guess garter stitch I already know, but a lot of other stitches I would just like to try and see what they look like. And also this will be a way for me to use up some of the yarn that I have leftovers, and just check them out again, whether I want to go back to that yarn or not. So really great book. Then I've got, yeah, this is from the yarn shop that I have the link to. Oh, I bought some needles because I need those. Some more measuring tapes because I can never have too much. I always lose them, and it's better for me to have more than less, or more than fewer of those. And I also bought dyes because when I was watching videos for this Extraordinary Birdsall stitch along, there are people who dye their own canvas, and I was thinking maybe I could do that too. But I read that you... Oh no! Maybe I read it wrong. Ah yes, because I was reading here for some reason that you have to put it into a pot and actually bring it to boil. And I was like, what? Am I supposed to use a pot that I use for cooking to dye a fabric, and then what do I do with the pot? Like I don't have enough space to have an extra pot just for dyeing. However, now that I'm reading it, I can just hand dye it like this, and I just need hot water and then just leave it there. This is what I thought you do. So okay, this will be great. Oof, that feels so much better. I guess if I hadn't made this video, I wouldn't read that properly. So yay for me for making the video. So yeah, these are the things, some of the things I bought from my favorite yarn shop in Poland. But I also bought some yarns that I want to show you. These are the yarns that I bought with making the Ikchel sweater. I'm not sure about the proper pronunciation, I'm sorry. And I saw that in a video by Rosemary and Pines. I will link her channel down below. She's a German knitter, and she also deals with other fabric arts. And it was one of her dream knits, or just planned knits. And I saw it and I fell in love. And it's a sweater that has like the sky and phases of the sun or the moon. It just sort of depends on what colors you choose, and I don't think I can buy the yarn that she has in the pattern, so I was just trying to figure out what yarns I could use, and my biggest problem is the gold for the sun. Blue is not such a big problem, although I wanted to buy and check the thickness, how it works. So I've got Alize Superwash Artisan in color 797. So it's blue, and it's a really nice shade of blue, maybe a little bit darker than I would want it to be for the sky with sun, but still nice. And I also bought Drops Fiesta unique color, and the color is 09. And that's also slightly darker than I ideally would want it to. And then the problem is with the gold. So I got a Cool Wool by Performance. And the color is 190. But I think the name was either Mustard or... There's a spice, and in Polish it's called kurkuma. I would have to check what the name is in English and just put it down there, because this spice has this similar color, so it kind of looks nice. And then I was also thinking maybe I could use like yellow and just add like a sparkly yarn to make it sparkle for the sun. So I bought Yarn Art Sparkle. So I will have to check things out before I make the sweater, what works well together. And I guess I will buy more yarns as well, but these are the ones I was interested in first. There's going to be a little bit of a rant here, but What I really dislike about internet yarn shops is that you cannot really see the color well. Local yarn shops in my area are quite small, so you can't really get a lot of choice of yarn. They mainly deal with the most popular choices, but they don't have this like all colors that you want. And some of the yarns are quite expensive, and I understand that, you know, you pay for the quality, but if I don't know if I'm going to like the color or the way the yarn feels, I don't want to risk the money. So I know HAED has like mini skeins, and you can buy them in sets, so you can basically have your own color palette of the whole yarn that they have, and you can check it out like in real life, what it looks like, what the color looks like, what the yarn feels like. But apart from HAED, and they also don't do all yarns this way, I haven't really seen it. And I would love to be able to buy yarns, like mini skeins, so that I can make my own gauge swatches also with them, figure out what they feel like, whether they split, and what the color really looks like. So that's my rant about internet yarn shops. And let's be honest, on the internet you can find many more things than in your local yarn shops, because at least in my area those yarn shops are really small and they don't carry a lot of yarn. And last few things. Oh, I found my thread that I thought I had lost. Great. I'm going to have it. I found needle minders, and I found one on Etsy. And they are Lothlorien leaves. Like, when I saw them, it's like, oh, I need to have them. I need to have them. I will most probably gift one to my best friend. She doesn't do much crafts, but I think she'll love it anyway, even if it's not super useful for her. But it's just absolutely beautiful. I will try to link the maker of those stitch needle minders as well from Etsy. Really great. I love the way they look, and I hope they make great needle minders. I haven't opened them yet because I want to use it for the Extraordinary Birds stitch along. I think this would fit nicely. I also bought some needles because I need needles because I constantly lose them. So yeah, that's it. That's it. Like I said, a lot of good progress. I like it a lot. Some finishes, some starts. I will start another thing today, most probably. So lots of plans also for the next month and the next quarter, because I hope in the next quarter I will finish my rug. Which reminds me that I also need to buy yarn for the lotus rug to finish it as well pretty soon. So I hope the next months will also be as productive as the last 3 were. Like, even if January wasn't the best month, still I got a lot of things done, and in the whole quarter, fantastic. I'm super stoked about it. So yeah, this is it. Thank you for watching if you've gotten this far. And if you've liked the video, please click the thumbs up icon. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Comment down below if you have anything to say. And thank you for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye!